Imagine waking up one morning to find that your online shopping experience has been turned upside down. As of August 29th, the Trump administration's tariff deadline is set to disrupt the global postal network, leaving retailers and consumers in a state of chaos. But here's where it gets controversial. Australia Post has just announced that it will be suspending some forms of shipping to the United States, effective immediately. This drastic measure is a result of the impending tariffs on low-value goods imported into the U.S., which will no longer be exempt from taxes. Until now, parcels worth less than $800, so $1,200, were not taxed when they arrived in the U.S., thanks to the de minimis exemption. However, this exemption is set to end, and parcels will soon be subject to tariffs or flat fees. The decision has caught many postal operators off guard, with some describing the situation as chaotic. Kate Newth, the leader of the U.S.-based trade association International Mailers Advisory Group, IMAG, notes that many of its members are confused about how to collect the duties set to come into play from next week. It's a bit chaotic here, she says. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of concern about the postal stream being heavily impacted, and just a little over a week to get ready. Australia Post's suspension of transit shipping to the U.S. means that goods from other countries will no longer be able to be shipped to the U.S. via Australia. This move is likely to have a significant impact on global e-commerce, particularly for Australian retailers who rely on shipping to the U.S. And this is the part most people miss. The uncertainty surrounding the collection of tariffs is not just a problem for Australia Post, but for postal carriers worldwide. Many are not set up to collect and remit the duties specified by Donald Trump's executive order, which has led to a number of postal carriers suspending shipping to the U.S. entirely. The situation is precarious, to say the least, and has left many retailers scrambling to adapt. Apparel, a Brisbane-based fashion brand, has already halted shipping to the U.S., citing the volatility in decision-making and the lack of ability of even Australia Post to address these issues in a timely manner. The brand's co-founder, Laz Smith, notes that the situation puts Australian fashion in a really precarious position. As the deadline for the tariffs approaches, one thing is clear. The global postal network is in for a bumpy ride. But here's the question. How will this affect you, the consumer? Will you be willing to pay more for your online purchases? Or will you look elsewhere for cheaper alternatives? The answer remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the world of e-commerce will never be the same again. So we want to hear from you. What do you think about the Trump administration's tariff deadline? And how do you think it will impact your online shopping experience? Share your thoughts in the comments below.